Welcome back to Let Me Pull Your Coat. I'm Baby Doll. Tonight we're talking about something that almost nobody wants to hear. The biggest mistake people make after 40. Not 20, not 30, 40. Because by 40, most people have enough life experience to know better. The problem is they keep doing the same things anyway. They keep tolerating the same nonsense. They keep making the same mistakes. They keep giving the same people another chance. They keep waiting for somebody else to change. And before they know it, another 10 years disappears. One thing life teaches all of us is this: time is the one thing you can never get back. You can recover money. You can rebuild businesses. You can replace possessions, but you cannot recover wasted years. And tonight we're pulling the coat all the way back. Before we get started, visit letmepullyourcoat.com. Leave a voice message. Check out the reviews page. Leave a review. Visit the video page. And don't forget to listen to Tales from the Let Me Pull Your Coat podcast, because every bad decision eventually sends a bill. Let's get into it. Our first question comes from Sandra in Houston, Texas. Sandra writes, I'm 52 years old and still trying to maintain relationships with people who clearly don't care about me. Sandra, that is one of the biggest mistakes people make after 40, trying to keep people who already left emotionally. Some people stop loving you long before they stop talking to you. Some friendships survive out of habit. Some family relationships survive out of guilt. Some romantic relationships survive out of fear. And people waste years trying to save relationships that expired a long time ago. One of the most powerful things a person can learn after 40 is this: not every relationship deserves a lifetime contract. Sometimes the season ends. Remember, it is your story. Just because a person is in one chapter does not mean that they are a main character. Let their chapter end. Our next question comes from David in Detroit, Michigan. David writes, I spent 20 years building a business and ignored my health. Now I have money but health problems. David, a lot of people spend the first half of life sacrificing their health for wealth, then spend the second half sacrificing their wealth trying to get their health back. The body keeps score. You can ignore warning signs in your 20s. You can ignore them in your 30s. Eventually the bill arrives. And the older we get, the more expensive that bill becomes. Going to the gym matters. Getting sleep matters. Stress management matters. Because success means nothing if you're too sick to enjoy it. Now let's go international. Sheila from Birmingham, England writes, why do people stay in unhappy relationships for decades? Fear, plain and simple. That's the answer. The fear of starting over, the fear of being alone, the fear of judgment, the fear of uncertainty. People become so afraid of change that they choose guaranteed unhappiness instead. And then they wake up at 60 wondering where their life went. One of the greatest tragedies in life is watching people stay miserable because they are terrified of temporary discomfort. Now let's hear from our friend Andre in Johannesburg, South Africa. Andre writes, how do you stop living for other people's approval? Andre, you finally realize something. The people you're trying to impress aren't thinking about you nearly as much as you think. Most people are too busy worrying about themselves. After 40, many people are still making decisions based on what friends, family, neighbors, and strangers might think. That's a prison. And most people never realize they built the prison themselves. Freedom begins the day you stop asking permission to live your own life. Next, we have Denise, one of our subscribers from Toronto, Canada. She asks, why do people keep making the same mistakes at 50 that they made at 25? Because age doesn't automatically create wisdom. Experience creates wisdom. And some people refuse to learn. Some people have been making the same mistake for 30 years. It only looks different because the names changed, the locations changed, the circumstances changed, but the lesson remained exactly the same. If you don't learn from mistakes, they become permanent roommates. Next, we have one of our newsletter subscribers, Carl from Memphis, Tennessee. Carl writes, how do you know when it's time to walk away from family, friends, or relationships when the relationship costs more peace than it provides? That's the answer. People stay in bad situations because they keep remembering who somebody used to be, instead of accepting who they are now. At some point, you have to stop investing in potential and start evaluating reality. Potential doesn't pay bills. Potential doesn't create peace. Reality does. Now let's talk about another mistake people make after 40. They keep trying to rescue everybody. Children, family, friends, coworkers, neighbors. Everybody becomes a project. And eventually they realize something painful. Some people don't want solutions. They want rescue missions, and there is a difference. Helping somebody who wants help is noble. Financing somebody's dysfunction is not. The older you get, the more important boundaries become, because every unnecessary problem steals time, and time becomes more valuable every year. Here's your quote pull of the week. The biggest mistake people make after 40 is living as if they have unlimited tomorrows. They keep postponing happiness, postponing peace, postponing change, postponing difficult conversations, postponing decisions they should have made years ago. And then one day reality arrives, a health scare, a funeral, a divorce, a layoff, a retirement. Something happens that forces them to understand a truth they spent years avoiding. Life is not short. Life is limited. And there is a difference. Nobody knows how many summers they have left. Nobody knows how many birthdays remain. Nobody knows how many opportunities are still coming. That is why peace matters. That is why health matters. That is why boundaries matter. That is why purpose matters. Stop spending your life carrying people who refuse to walk. Stop waiting for people to become who they've spent 20 years proving they are not. Stop living for approval from people who wouldn't trade places with you if given the chance. And stop wasting years hoping that tomorrow will fix what only action can fix today. Because one day you'll realize the most expensive thing you ever wasted wasn't money. It was time. Here is this week's shout-outs. Shout out to Chicago, Illinois, Houston, Texas, Detroit, Michigan, Atlanta, Georgia, Toronto, Canada, Kingston, Jamaica, Johannesburg, South Africa, Birmingham, England, and Sydney, Australia. Thanks for clocking in this week. Before we get out of here, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest lesson life taught you after 40? What mistake do you wish you could go back and correct? And what advice would you give somebody who still has time to avoid it? Visit letmepullyourcoat.com and leave a voice message. Your question may be featured in a future episode. Check out the reviews page. Visit the video page. And don't forget to listen to the latest bonus episodes of Tales from the Let Me Pull Your Coat podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts. Share this episode with somebody who needs to hear it, because the older we get, the more valuable wisdom becomes. Thanks to everybody supporting the show through Buy Me a Coffee and Cash App. Thank you for helping keep the microphones on, the website running, the glass full, and the cigars stocked. This is Baby Doll. Until next time. As usual, we wish you much love and much respect.